Hello students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University. Today we will be studying Unit 9, Human Development, Concept, Indicators and Human Development Index as part of BA Sociology Semester 3, Social Issues, Policies and Development. This is Dr. K. Bhavani Shankar, Assistant Professor of Sociology, Nizam College. Before going into the topic, we need to have a clear understanding on the concept of development. Development is defined as the capacity of a state to increase its human resource with the main aim of achieving higher outcome of production for the satisfaction of the basic needs of the majority of its citizens, wherein they are going to empower them. So, it is the responsibility of each and every state to design policies to ensure welfare programs so that the capacity of the individuals will be increased. At the same time, the production also increases. So, there are multiple dimensions of this development. The first one is the economic dimension. Here we are going to see how to develop the economical growth or how to increase the economical growth of a nation. It can be studied through two dimensions. One is GDP and the other one is GNP. The second dimension is the social dimension, which tries to look after the improvement of lifestyles of the people, how to take care of the health conditions of the people, how to improve educational system and provide education to its people, empowerment and also reduce mortality rate and the host of other indicators. So, we are trying to take care of the lifestyles of these people. The third dimension is the sustainable development. Already we discussed that sustainable development is nothing but satisfying the needs of the people without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, we are going to study development from these three dimensions: economic dimension, social dimension and sustainable development. If we see, India has occupied the 5th position in terms of economical activities across the globe. Our GDP is increasing like anything, but at the same time, large chunk of people in the Indian society are even now below the poverty line. They are not in a position to send their children to the school. They are not in a position to take care of their health properly. So, it is the duty of the state not only to improve the economical condition, but also to take care of the social aspects of the individuals who are there within the society. But there is also one more problem. If you are going to increase the production at a massive level, we may be using all the raw material. So, there is a threat for the future generation. So, it is the duty of the state to also look for alternative resources, alternative livelihoods which will preserve some of the resources for the next generation. So, all these three dimensions, economic, social and sustainable, has to go hand in hand. Human development was first defined in the Human Development Report. They opined that it is a process of enlarging people's choice. It is going to increase the longevity and healthy life of the individuals. It also wants to ensure that all the individuals need to be educated and also have the access to utilize the resources, wherein it is going to increase the standard of living of the individuals. Besides these three indicators, we also have whether the people have political freedom to contest in elections, to cast their vote to any individual of their choice, and also whether they have the guaranteed human rights and whether they have the personal self-respect or not. So, all these are going to define the human development, which was first defined in the Human Development Report. In the late 1980s, the United Nations Development Program has divided this Human Development Index, which has incorporated three dimensions of development in relation to human well-being: a long and healthy life, education and knowledge, and a decent standard of living. If you go to the African continent, most of the children before they attain the age of 5 years are being put to death just because of malnutrition or undernutrition. So, World Health Organization has gone there and they started working to ensure that the mortality rate can be reduced. So, we require what is the longevity and whether they are going to lead a healthy life or not. The second one is education and knowledge. Education is going to enhance the skills of the individuals, and a person who has knowledge and is going to put that knowledge into practice is going to bring him out of the vicious circle of poverty. It allows the people to have a decent standard of living. So, these three dimensions have been incorporated in the Human Development Index. The UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, has selected 4 quantitative indicators to measure these three dimensions. The first one is life expectancy at birth. How many children are being born and how many are being put to death? What is the lifespan of the individuals? Everything will be studied in the life expectancy at birth. The second one is adult literacy rate. How many people are being literate from the birth, how many years they must be in the school? All this will be studied by adult literacy rate. The next one is gross enrollment rate. We are going to see what is the enrollment rate in the primary education, secondary as well as tertiary education, and what is the dropout rate like. And the last one is we are going to measure using this GDP per capita. So, these are the 4 quantitative indicators which has been selected by UNDP to measure the 3 dimensions of development: longevity and healthy life, education and knowledge, and a decent standard of living. Now, let us discuss the concept of human development. Actually, after the study of Amartya Sen and Martha Nussbaum, the concept of human development has been redefined and elaborated. Sen has emphasized that human development should broaden the choices and strengthen the capabilities of the individuals. When we talk about capabilities, each and every person can do miracles. So, whether they have the capabilities to earn money, to lead a happy life, everything has to be defined by this human development. He also stressed that because of lack of schooling, meager health care, inadequate economic opportunities, violation of political liberties and so on, the people are not in a position to enhance their capabilities, wherein they are not in a position to be successful in life. The pursuit of economic growth is typically taken as the central goal of economic policy making. So, for economical growth, they are going to design the policies and they are going to pump in the money and they are going to ensure that there is economical prosperity. But the human development approach concentrates on people focused objectives. It focuses on emphasizing that political and economical actions should be treated as the means to these human ends. So, whatever the political policies and economical policies are there, these have to enhance the capabilities of the individuals who are there in the society. So, it is nothing but putting the people at the center of development has been the main theme of the United Nations. The preamble of the United Nations Charter has referred to the dignity and worth of the human person, equal rights for both men and women, and need to promote social progress and better standards of living in a larger freedom. So, actually in the year 1970, International Labour Organization has World Employment Program, a strategy which was developed, and this strategy emerged from careful analysis, and after this almost 140 countries across the globe are submitting this human development report, and they are talking about areas like inequality, public finance, participation, gender inequalities, economic growth, globalization, technology, and so on, my dear friends. Now we have understood the concept of human development. Thank you.